glare of dazzling lights. The sound of thousands of spectators echoed like a storm in the arena. The cameras moved quickly, capturing every move, every wink, every breath of the 7 young men standing on the stage. Yet none of them, yes, not even a single rabid fan or professional commentator realized what was really going on behind that grandiose moment. A whisper. Short sentences.
Softly.
Barely audible. But the impact? Shake the whole meaning of the show that has been considered iconic alone. The snake, us. The phrase came out of the mouth of a Jungkook, and he whispered it directly into Kim Taehyung's ear amid BTS' magnificent performance at Mama 2018. The camera didn't catch it. The microphone didn't record it. But now, 7 years after, someone leaked that moment, and the ARMY world is reeling that in 2018, BTS is under enormous public pressure. The rise in popularity brought not only overwhelming support, but also brutal slurs from haters, including malicious comments calling the ARMY snakes, sycophants, toxic, disloyal, and overly obsessive. These comments spread like a virus in Korean and international forums, defaming a fandom that has been known to be full of love. Who would have thought, however, that BTS would reverse that narrative with the most controversial symbol, the snake itself? When BTS performed on the Mama 2018 stage in Japan with a giant snake statue as part of the fake love setlist, many thought it was just an artistic symbol. But now, the hidden meaning behind it is beginning to be revealed, and that Jungkook whisper is the key to everything. A slow-motion video that is now viral shows the moment when Jungkook approaches Taehyung in the middle of the song's intro. The camera focuses on Jin's face, but on the right side of the screen, Jungkook is vaguely seen leaning his head towards Taehyung and whispering something. Within a few seconds, Taehyung's expression changed drastically, from the firmness of the stage into a questioning look. His eyes flickered rapidly, his jaw tightened. He looked slightly at Jungkook as if he couldn't believe what he had just heard. Whisper, "The snake is us?" Sounds ambiguous. But behind the ambiguity lies its symbolic power. Some fans interpreted Jungkook as disappointed. Why did they have to stand on stage with a symbol that had been attached as an insult to the ARMY? Did the management deliberately make them snakes in their own show? But others think it's a form of reclaiming. That BTS consciously took back the meaning of the snake symbol from the hands of haters, making it a symbol of strength, transformation, and resilience. That they are snakes, not because they are evil, but because they can survive, change the old skin, and rise stronger. But why did Jungkook question it then? A thread from the account X at BTS_Deck0Dead revealed information that some BTS members actually did not fully agree with the snake symbol in the stage concept. One source claims that Taehyung and Jungkook questioned the concept during a final rehearsal before the show. They are afraid that the message that reaches the public will be misguided. They fear being considered approving of the narrative that the ARMY is a snake. However, a creative decision has already been made. And for the sake of professionalism, they continue to perform. But deep down, Jungkook still questions, who do they really represent? And that's what he whispered to Taehyung. A rhetorical, yet evocative question. Are we symbols of power, or the rest of the slur? Of all the BTS members, why did Jungkook whisper that phrase to Taehyung and not to RM, the leader? Or to J-Hope, who is known for his stage emotion control? Or even to Suga, who is known for his sharpness of mind and coldness? The answer is very emotional. Taehyung is the emotional heart of BTS. It's not just a performer. It is a flavor distributor. And only to Taehyung can Jungkook convey something he doesn't want to share with the world. Something fragile, raw, and honest. Their relationship, known as Taehyung, is not just fan service. Behind the scenes, they often share reflective moments unknown to the public. Jungkook knew that if there was one person on the stage who could understand his inner restlessness, it was Taehyung. And Taehyung's response? Shut up. But not because he refused. Precisely because he understands the scene that was overlooked at first is now viral again. During the performance of Fake Love, Taehyung appears from the side of the stage with an animated background of a snake wrapped around a flower. He stood with his arms outstretched, as if tying something in the air. Now that moment is interpreted as a deeper visual statement. Taehyung embraces the narratives that have long wanted to destroy them and turn them into art, but fans are wondering, is the movement the result of forced choreography? Or was it Taehyung who added his own meaning, as if to say, we know you call us snakes, but we're not afraid of that. After the leaked video of the whisper spread, the army was split. Some blamed Big Hit for being perceived as insensitive to the collective trauma of fandom. Others instead praised BTS for daring to bring the derogatory symbol to the global stage and make it part of the resistance narrative. The snake eating its own tail Ouroboros is the main symbol seen in the backdrop of the Mama 2018 stage. This symbol is often associated with immortality, renewal, and the endless cycle of destruction and rebirth, but there is one darker interpretation. Ouroboros also symbolizes self-destruction. Some visual analysts in the fan art community claim that the choice of this symbol is a form of BTS's satire to the industry. That they know, the entertainment world eats its own artists. That popularity is not heaven, but a vicious cycle that bites itself. And when Jungkook asked, "That snake of ours," perhaps he did not ask as a symbol of strength, but as a metaphor about their own destiny. Imagine this. A song about fake love, a grand stage, and the symbol of the snake that circled them. Is all this a coincidence? No. Precisely this is a brutal statement, that the world only loves them for the image, not for who they really are, that they are adored when shining, but reviled when inhuman, and when they show weakness, like Jungkook questioning that narrative, the world starts to wonder if BTS is really as strong as they appear. Fake Love is not just a song, but the silent screams of 7 young people hungry for true love, and the world gives them only a stage, not a hug. The source who leaked the Whisper video claims that all this time the piece was kept tight by the production team. The reason? Because they knew that one sentence could spark a storm of speculation, interpretation, and possibly an identity crisis in fandom. But why is it leaked now? There are theories that this is part of a larger narrative, an attempt to show the human side of BTS that has been covered in glamour and imagery. There is also a conspiracy theory that these leaks come from insiders who are disappointed with the direction of the company. And the most extreme? That this is part of a massive comeback plan where BTS will return not as perfect icons, but as human beings full of wounds and courage. What made the army most uneasy was, until now, Jungkook had never given a clarification. Not in the interview, not in the live broadcast, not in the fan letter. Jungkook's silence made many people ask, does he regret whispering that? Or does he want us all to define ourselves? Because Jungkook knows. One question can burn more consciousness than 1,000 press statements. One thing that makes this article so controversial is the painful fact that maybe, just maybe, BTS actually wanted to talk for a long time, but were silenced by the system. That they want to say that they are not a perfect product, that they too are tired, confused, and sometimes disagree with the story they have to play, and that Jungkook whisper, it's not just a question. But the fight is quiet. After the emotional performance of Fake Love, BTS immediately stomped with a song on Ponmin. The song is cheerful, full of energy, and encourages the audience to become heroes even without superpowers. But after knowing Jungkook's previous whispers, the feel of On Ponmin feels different. Imagine, after asking "The snake is us?" Jungkook has to dance and sing as if everything is fine. Taehyung also jumped and laughed at the song. Even though only a few minutes before, he had frozen because of one low sentence. The audience cheered, dancing spotlights. But behind it all, are they dancing over their own wounds?